18 News begins with a forecast first from the 18 Storm Team.
Happy Sunday, Twin Tiers. I'm live outside in downtown Elmira. Current conditions right now, showers beginning over us. Temperatures sitting in the low 50s with a light southerly wind, but light and variable overnight tonight. Currently on satellite radar, you can see the warm front with all those showers associated with it heading towards us, and we will actually be seeing rain until early tomorrow morning associated with that warm front, and mostly cloudy skies besides that. Feels like temperatures ranging from the high 40s to the mid 50s. Overall, it's a little bit chillier than what we've been seeing. Planning for the rest of your night tonight, we're going to cool down a little bit, but then heat right back up actually overnight as that warm front moves through with rain showers likely. I'll have a full look at your forecast coming up. 18 News at 6 starts right now.
New tonight, shots fired at the corner of Logan and Walnut Street in Elmira. The latest on the continued violence sweeping across the city. And nearing capacity, COVID cases climbing at one hospital in Steuben County. The urgent message from the hospital's president and CEO. Plus, coming to a close, the Watkins Glen Trail is done for the season. Why some visitors are saying it's too soon. This is 18 News at 6.
Live from your local news leader, this is 18 News at 6.
Good evening, Twin Tiers. I'm Sarah Wilson. Thank you for joining us for 18 News at 6. Reports of shots fired at the corner of Logan and Walnut Street in Elmira early this morning. It's the latest in a string of continued gun violence across the city. The Elmira Police Captain's Office confirming to 18 News that this happened early this morning. According to a witness on the scene, shots rang out just before 3 a.m. The witness reported hearing 6 to 8 shots fired, and then about an hour later reported hearing another 8 to 10 shots fired. A reporter on the scene saw what appeared to be bullet holes on one of the homes. No injuries were reported. This, of course, is a developing story, and we'll continue to bring you more information as it becomes available both on air and online at mytwintiers.com. New York State Police and Horseheads are trying to find the person who allegedly stole a trailer on State Route 13 in Veteran. Police say the person swiped it sometime yesterday evening. You can see here in the photo that the driver of the vehicle in a GMC Sierra, the stolen travel trailer, is a beige 2012 R-Vision crossover camper with brown decals. Anyone with information is asked to call State Police. In our COVID coverage this evening, St. James Hospital in Hornell is reporting a record number of COVID patients. The hospital's president and CEO says 75% of inpatient beds are currently being taken up by COVID patients. He says they're also seeing a record number of patients seeking care in their urgent care center, primary care clinic, and emergency department. In a statement, the president and CEO saying in part, quote, "The vast majority of our COVID inpatients are unvaccinated. Don't delay seeking care if you do have symptoms." He's also urging the public to wear a mask and get their COVID shot if they haven't already. This comes as vaccination rates slowly rise here in the southern tier. According to the Department of Health, 77.9% of New Yorkers are fully vaccinated. However, here in the southern tier, that number is lower. In Chemung County, just over 51% of residents have had at least one dose. In Steuben County, that number is even lower at 50.3%, and 56.5% of Schuyler County residents have started their vaccine series. New tonight, the Watkins Glen Gorg Trail is closing for the season, but not everyone is ready for it to be over just yet. Our 18 News reporter Sharif D. King spoke with some tourists and is live in studio with more. Good evening, Sharif.
Good evening, Sarah. I have to say my first day hiking in Watkins Glen was so much fun. Watching the tourists take advantage of the gorge trails was a sight to see. Take a look at how one tourist woman enjoyed the gorgeous views for the first time on his last day. Today marked the closing of a beautiful view. Tourists and local residents walked the gorgeous trails for the last time this season. And for a new visitor, today's hike was an unforgettable experience for her and her friends.
Well, we came up for a long weekend to visit from Connecticut, and we did the wineries yesterday. And so today we just drove down along the side of Seneca Lake to come to Watkins Glen, and we wanted to take a walk and see the falls and go by the Gorge Trail and Lover's Lane, and it was beautiful.
For some, the scenery at the Gorgeous Trail attraction is what stands out. But for Karen Bird, the architect was another element of the hike trail to be highlighted.
I think the way that it's built into the side of the hill, and on the other side you can see all the rocks and the stratifications and the layers, and the way that it was dug out by the water.
Bird and her friends split up so that they each could share personal yet monumental moments between their group at the end of the trail.
You know, we have the high road and the low road, and some of us went on the high road. I went the high road, they went the low road, and we met up, and there was a lot of little stops where you can do lookouts.
After experiencing the popular paths of nature in Watkins Glen, regular visitors and tourists have the same question in mind as it comes to an end. When will the gorgeous trails open up again?
Well, I would like to come up back to the region like for a week and, you know, spend a day here and just hike the trails. And
I saw so many people out and about taking pictures and enjoying the backdrop of the colorful leaves, waterfalls, and the gorgeous pathways. Today honestly served as a tease for people who experienced this trail for the first time. Live in the studio, Sharif D. King, 18 News.
All right, thank you so much, Sharif. Coming up on 18 News at 6, Democrats say they're close to reaching a deal and passing a package to invest trillions in social programs, but it looks like some compromises and cuts will likely be made. What's in and what's out? Coming up.
As this rain moves into our area, some may be wondering when will it end, and well, that answer is not until Monday morning. But I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
You're watching 18 News at 6.
Welcome back. Former President Barack Obama was in New Jersey yesterday, stumping for Governor Phil Murphy. The former president shook hands briefly before he took to the stage to support the current Democratic governor. He encouraged the crowd to get out and vote. In his speech, the former president also knocked former President Trump and his supporters for blaming their loss on a conspiracy theory, as well as baseless claims that the voting machines were broken.
I've been blessed in my political career, but I lost an election. I lost a congressional election back in Chicago. it would have been, I didn't know I could just like, after I got beat, I could just get up and say, no, I didn't get beat. No, the machines were broken. What? No. You know what I did was I said, you know what, let me think about how I can be better so that I can win the next time. That's what I did.
The president's appearance comes on the same day early in-person voting began for the first time in the Garden State's history. In Washington, Democrats say they're close to reaching a deal and passing a package to invest trillions in social programs. But to get the deal done, the package will have to be smaller than initially hoped. Alexandria Limon reports on what compromises and cuts are likely to be made.
President Biden hosted key Senators Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer in Delaware for 11th hour negotiations to finalize support for the president's Build Back Better plan.
Already, we've 90% of the bill agreed to and written.
Senator Manchin, a moderate Democrat, represents West Virginia. He's one of the people holding up passage of the plan, in part over provisions to fight climate change. Republican Senator Joni Ernst says she understands why.
Whether it's petroleum products or coal, trying to get those off the books very soon, rapidly, will just hurt our middle and lower income families.
Maine Senator Angus King defended Manchin on NBC's Meet the Press.
He didn't like the provisions that were in the president's proposal, but I don't think that necessarily means that he's, death on climate legislation.
Speaker Pelosi said on CNN's State of the Union that Democrats have alternatives.
The point is to reach a goal, and the president's goals of reaching the emissions, the pollution.
The size of the package was another big problem, but Democrats appear ready to slash that from $3.5 trillion to about $2 trillion to finalize a deal this week. That will likely mean cutting paid family leave from 12 weeks to 4 and nixing plans for free community college.
It is less than we had was projected to begin with, but it's still bigger than anything we have ever done.
In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
All right, switching now to weather. Not a bad start to our day, but it's starting to get pretty wet out now.
Yeah, it's starting to rain now. We'll see showers until early tomorrow morning. Those will give way. We'll have mostly cloudy skies for most of the day, and then our chance of showers returns late afternoon to the evening time tomorrow with a chance of thunderstorms. But I'll look at your Futurecast model coming up. Happy Sunday, Twin Tiers. I hope that you've had a nice weekend. Taking that live look outside, currently we have some clouds along with some rain starting here in the Twin Tiers, and it will not be ending anytime soon. Current temperatures are in the low 50s, but will actually start to decrease as the sun goes down, but increase a little bit as that warm front moves through our area. Winds are from the south-southeast between 0 and 10 miles per hour. Satellite and radar right now in a more zoomed out area can show that warm front and the extent of all that rain associated with it. We're just getting the beginning of these showers. As this front continues to move to the north-northeast, it'll help bring those showers into our area until early tomorrow morning. And there's even a low pressure system all the way to the west that we can't really see yet, and a cold front that'll be impacting us a little bit as well. Now, looking at a little bit closer here into our area, you can see those showers are beginning. It's pretty heavy rain in this in the sense that it is widespread, but not really heavy in the fact of worried about flash flooding or anything like that. Rain totals will be between 1/2 an inch to about 3/4 of an inch by the end of tomorrow morning. Now, Futurecast model here shows we're going to be pretty covered in rain by 10 p.m. tonight. Some areas of higher reflectivity here to show we have a little bit of heavier pockets of rainfall, but overall just be a pretty steady, widespread rainfall that we'll be seeing until early tomorrow morning. Now, this is around 3 a.m. tonight. That'll begin to lift to the northeast along that warm front. That's when our temperatures will actually rise a little bit. As that continues to move to the north-northeast and those clouds will go with it, we'll actually have pretty pleasant weather for majority of our Monday. So around 5 to 7 a.m. is when those things will really start to clear up, and we'll actually just have clouds left behind going into our work week. Now we'll have mostly cloudy skies, maybe some breaks in that sunshine throughout the day on Monday. And as we go into Monday night, we have a chance of some showers and thunderstorms because of that cold front. It's bringing us some instability into Tuesday. Showers will remain. Going into Wednesday, things will clear up a little bit. Rain accumulation, you can see where that front will be with those blues showing those heavier rainfalls. Looking at totals, rain totals for our area, we'll only be some areas at most an inch, a little bit over an inch. But as we go through Tuesday, a little bit higher as we're going to be seeing rain all throughout the day on Tuesday. We're going to be a little bit warmer than what we're seeing at this time yesterday, but we're also a little bit below average. For tonight, we're going to have a low around 47, rain likely, patchy fog maybe in some areas, but that rain will be the kicker. Increasing clouds and rain all the way throughout tomorrow. It's going to be a rainy day. 7-day forecast shows that we're going to have a chance of some showers, some storms, mostly cloudy skies a little bit in there, but rain as we go into next weekend once again. So rain now and then rain later.
Great. Great. Well, still ahead on 18 News at 6. Retailers are already gearing up for the holidays, and look at how they're doing so amid a global supply crisis that's coming up. Welcome back. Well, Thanksgiving is still more than a month away, but some retailers are already gearing up for the holidays, offering sale items now and hiring staff to handle the busy shopping season. But all of this comes as there's a major supply chain crisis. NBC's Tom Costello takes a closer look for us.
At the nation's largest retailers, the now hiring signs are up. All of them beefing up their teams with temporary workers for the busy holiday season ahead.
And that's the fun part about the holidays, is you really feel the energy, you feel the excitement in the buildings of really delivering Christmas.
Amazon, Walmart, Target, UPS, and FedEx are all planning to add tens of thousands of seasonal staffers. But unlike years past, they face a workforce that's seen millions of Americans quitting their jobs in recent months. Amazon hopes an average wage of $18 an hour and up to $3,000 sign-up bonuses will be enough to entice workers. But will seasonal hires offset the strain on the supply chain?
Even if retailers at the very end of that supply chain are able to hire the amount of workers that they want, there's still a trucker shortage. There's still a shortage unloading those containers. That's just not going to happen in time for the holidays this year.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says the DOT is working with states now to cut some red tape for issuing commercial driver's licenses. But he says that's only part of the problem.
If you look at the large employers of truck drivers, the annual rate of turnover is 90%. That tells us that there's something deeper going on than any short-term fix is going to address.
Trucking trade groups say drivers retiring and changing careers are also factors. Getting products to the trucks is yet another issue. The busy ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles are now shifting to 24/7 operations as they face a massive cargo backlog. That logjam is trickling down to businesses of all sizes. Candace Williams opened the Toy Maven in Dallas 16 years ago. Supply chain issues have forced her to order holiday inventory months ahead of schedule.
Having to take your holiday inventory as early as April, May, June, July is really a bit overwhelming.
At Amazon, they've been preparing for months to offset the port delays.
We've increased the number of ports that we operate at by 50%. We've doubled the amount of shipping container capacity. We were buying early. We've got a lot of capacity coming online, and we're feeling really confident about the upcoming holiday season.
And that was NBC's Tom Costello. Meanwhile, Walmart announced it's bringing back its month-long Deals for Days in November. Instead of one sale that traditionally begins on Thanksgiving, there will be 3 different events online and in stores. The first sale starts online November 3rd and then in stores on November 5th. The second sale is on November 10th and online on November 12th. All in stores again. The third day is still to be determined.
Coming up on 18 Sports, after dramatic wins in the semifinals, Elmira and Corning boys soccer are set to clash in the sectional finals. Plus, Penn Yan native and Pro Bowler Tony Collins will speak at Mansfield University tonight. 18 Sports is next.
Now, 18 Sports from the Williams Honda Sports Desk.
It's playoff time in high school boys soccer, and Elmira and Corning began playing sectionals on Friday, and both teams won in dramatic fashion. After playing horseheads to a scoreless tie, the Express advanced to the finals by winning a shootout against the Blue Raiders 4-1. Corning also won a thriller in the other semifinal, defeating top-seeded Ithaca in overtime 2-1 on a game winner by Micah Cornfield. This sets up Elmira versus Corning in the Section 4 Class AA Finals. The game will be played on Friday at 7 p.m. in Waverly. The Section 5 soccer playoffs are also in full swing. The top-seeded Haverling girls have advanced to the sectional semifinals, and they take on Dansville on Tuesday. The Hornell girls are also in the semis on Tuesday, and they take on Greece Olympia. On the boys' side, the top-seeded Rams square off against Bishop Kearney in the semifinals in Class B2 on Wednesday, and the top-seeded Red Raiders go up against Livonia in the B1 semifinals also on Wednesday. You still have a few hours left to vote for the 18 Sports Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Simmons Rockwell Nissan. To vote, go to mytwintiers.com/sports. The winner will be announced tomorrow night. On the ice, we are less than a week away from the start of the season for Elmira College men's and women's ice hockey. The men open up at Nazareth on Friday. The women begin play on Saturday on the road against Utica. Both teams won UCHC titles last season. The Soaring Eagles begin play in the New England Hockey Conference. This season, Penn Yan native Tony Collins was a Pro Bowl running back for the New England Patriots in 1983. Tonight, he will be speaking at Mansfield University. Collins will be the special guest speaker at Mansfield's Decker Gym and will speak about his book, Broken Road, Turning My Mess into a Message. Collins played in Super Bowl 20 for the Patriots against the 85 Bears and ranks third all-time in Patriots career rushing yards. Collins' former team hosting the Jets. The Jets down 17-0 in the second. Jets rookie quarterback Zach Wilson goes deep but takes a hit and injured his knee and did not return later in the second. The Pats add to their lead. Mac Jones finds Brandon Bolden on the screen pass for 6. The Patriots roll past the Jets 54-13. The Giants hosting the Panthers. New York up 5-3 in the third. Daniel Jones finds Dante Pettis for the 5-yard TD pass. The G-men take a 12-3 lead. More Giants in the fourth. Devontae Booker bursts 19 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. The Giants get a win at home 25-3, so a much-needed win for the Giants, Sarah.
All right, thanks so much, Chuck. And Anna has a final look at your weather, which includes a lot of rain.
It does have, unfortunately, a lot of rain, especially for those days that are not in the middle of the week, beginning and the end there. We have temperatures a little bit warmer tomorrow, close to 70, but then we'll be back into the mid to upper 50s. Chance of showers with a front moving through Monday, Tuesday, and then another low pressure system with some fronts moving through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Overall, not too bad for this time of year.
All right, well, that does it for us for 18 News at 6, but stick around. We'll be back at 11. We'll see you then.
Have a good night.